5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reviewers, baby. What's happening? How we doing? JB looking like he should be doing a tag team, you know what I'm saying? WCW Monday Nitro. He's got his Kyler Murray headband on for those joining us on YouTube.
Hey,
he's been doing that head cardio. He's getting shredded, baby.
Shout out to my boy Corbin Barone. You know what I'm saying? I know I said this last time.
Shout out last episode.
I watched my dude get dropped. He got the elbow. He got the people's elbow from The Rock. When you talk about moving up in the world, man. Like that dude was like a face of WWE, man. That shit is crazy to me, bro.
That's a high honor, sir.
That shit is crazy to me, man. That boy is the face of WWE, man. Deemed the king. It's unreal, man. I'm shout out to my guy Tom, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you, man. If you listen to this show, man, hey, OJB, proud of you, man. God damn, I got to get there and watch my guy do his thing one day. I'm going to look at the tickets, Benny, and see when they coming over here to Phoenix. Phoenix is a hot spot for them. They usually, fall through Phoenix a couple times a year. The next time he's here, man, I got to roll through and holler at my dude, man. That shit had me geek, man. Like, I'm like, yo, that's big time, man. Shout out to that kid, man.
I'm putting it out there because you already know we got our wrestling reviewers out there, especially the special boxing correspondent Kevin Robinson, who was on last episode. Make sure to check that out. You already know wrestling reviewers. Let us know. Maybe JB can put that out in the air to have him as a guest to chop it up on his experience. Because I mean, hey man, SmackDown's on Fox now. It's getting pretty big time. So listen, if you're getting the people's elbow from The Rock, you're doing something right.
It's getting back to the old days when it was on USA. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's getting back to. And that's a pretty big deal, man. So shout out to my dog. I'm definitely going to hit him up. Like, he follows me on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? We follow each other on Twitter. So I'm definitely going to hit him up and be like, yo, it'd be my honor to have you as a guest on our show, man. Like, just chop it up about the whole journey. His whole journey. I want to hear the whole shit. Because, like, again, I knew him when he was, just a guy trying to make it on the NFL team.
Yep.
And he used to always tell us, like I said last episode, he used to always tell us, like, man, this don't work out. I'm gonna go start training with WWE in Charlotte, and he did, and man, wow, took off. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that fella, man. Shout out to the Michigan Wolverines.
Pow pow.
4-1.
Much needed W. You know what I'm saying?
What y'all 3-1 or 4-1?
3-1. Big defensive game. I saw the highlights. I didn't see the game. They got, I think, 8 or 9 sacks. Some mistakes made, some missed field goals, but they got a big win against a ranked team, and they did what they needed to do. So hey, it is what it is. Moving into into conference play. So we'll see what happens with all that. Now, for those joining us for the very first time, wondering, I thought this was a football podcast. Turns out you may be right some of the times, and especially today, because we're going to go into just something that may be a little sore for Dr. Jeremy Eugene Bridges III, Esquire, because the Drunk Barney suit is, I gotta say, I'm not gonna say it's all the way on, but the Drunk Barney suit for his beloved. I got
the feet on. I got the feet on. I walk around the house with the Drunk Barney feet on at all times. Yeah, at all times I'm stomping around in the big purple feet because it's always right there. It's right there on the cusp. I can throw the whole damn thing on. And just
that's a hot suit too, baby.
Oh yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? But the alcohol, makes you forget about all that. So
yeah, exactly. And you're gonna need it. And with our guests, we're gonna go into more detail on that. But first and foremost, you are listening to the JB and Benny Blue Review podcast. If you're joining us for the first time, you can subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, Castbox, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Full episodes to see our shining, beautiful faces on our YouTube and our Facebook page. Go to jbandbennybluereview.com. Put that /merch behind it to get that OG dad hat and shirt for the review. Real quick check-in, because we are a quarter of the way through the season, JB. We're checking in on our NFL fantasy football for the league, for the people fantasy football league.
We are doing well.
Yeah, just gonna say it. If we were both GMs, we would have been fired by now because we have not won a game in our own fantasy league.
It depends on if our best friend's the owner of the team.
Right. Then we can just drink bourbon in the suite, and you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what we got to do. Shout out to, I'm not even sure who Mike is, but the team that is literally running our league is owned by a dude named Mike, who's 4-0. JB, guess who Mike's starting quarterback is? That's
my young boy Mike, man. I can't even say his last name. Lebowski, but kid. If you remember the video that I posted, you know what I'm saying, me training a young man. That's Mike. Okay. Yeah, Mike goes to let me get it right. He goes to Western New Mexico State.
Okay.
All right. He's a freshman at Western. Yeah, he's a freshman at Western New Mexico State now. So shout out to Mike. Mike is handling his business in our league. Go ahead, Benny. Explain to him what the hell's going on.
So shout out to Mike. Mike is currently running things 4-0. JB, guess who Mike's starting quarterback? This is how disrespectful this shit is. Guess who his starting quarterback is? I'm gonna let you guess.
I don't know. Kyler Murray.
Danny Dimes Jones.
Danny, you know why?
He's running shit with Daniel Jones and his backup is Drew Brees, and Drew Brees is out.
Listen, because the kid is from New York, you know what I'm saying? So of course he's a Giants fan, he's a G-Man fan.
Oh, so bias.
Here you go. Put two and two together, you know what I'm saying? So of course, you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty sure he might have dealed to get Jones because I'm pretty sure he had Eli at first. We got to do some research, but I'm almost certain he had Eli first. And when that whole thing happened, he dealed to get Jones because we're nobody gonna take Jones. So yeah, shout out to Mike, man. I'm gonna have to call him, man. You know what I'm saying, and give him some shit, bro.
Well, hey, he's doing something right. And speaking of rounding up the lineup, our guest on has his team. Great name, by the way. Fitz, as in Larry Fitzgerald, like a glove. 2-2. And he's joining us from Belmont Park in San Diego, living life. He's being a good dad and neglecting his family to talk about football. That's a real American. Living his best life. That is what he does. On the line with us via the Savage satellite, it is our guy. He is the official special Arizona Cardinals correspondent, joining us from KSRN Arizona, casualsports.com. From the neutral zone. You heard him before talking ultra greasy about my Lions, and ultimately we tied, so it was worth nothing. Our dude, Sean McConnell. What's up, man?
Man, anytime I get an invite to come on the review, man, I gotta drop what I'm doing because it's the utmost respect. You know, I can't ditch you guys, so the family has to take a little bit of the backseat. But I got the baby boy in the stroller pushing him around right now, so I'm not totally ditching the family, but. Yeah, man, 2-2, respectful, I think. I mean, I could be doing better in that league, but, I got responsibilities.
Yeah, man, you're a dad, you got a show to run, you got a network to produce, you got kids to neglect in the name of watching film. You got a life, man. I get it.
I got a life.
Yep. It's called parenting, Benny. It's called parenting, all right? You'll learn about it one day.
All right. Well, yeah.
It's just what we do. It's just what we do.
I got to manage my fantasy team before I can have a kid, let alone a dog. So we're one step at a time. We're terrible right now. But we'll turn it around.
Hold on. But listen. Just so you know, a little word to the wise. Having a dog is 10 times worse than having a kid. All right? Because dogs can't tell you what they need. All right? So
right. But who shits on the floor more? That's the real question. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends on how wild your kids are. You know what I'm saying? Now that depends on you.
Another segment for another day. But what is here, like we mentioned, I can't even believe it, gentlemen, we are a quarter of the way through the season. And as reviewers, the OG reviewers, Sean, as you probably know, who've been rocking with us for a couple seasons, know that we do this every football season. Good, bad, or indifferent, we got to talk about it. And without further ado, it is time for the first edition of our 2019 State of the Birdgang. Cue the music. Oh, it's an epic occasion. Oh, JB's already making faces, and we'll figure out why in just a moment. Now, we have a few different things to throw at Sean. I can hear the groans. I know it's painful, but damn it, we have to dissect it so these guys can improve. So, Sean, right off the bat, I'm gonna make it kind of easy for you, and I want to see what you're seeing. And JB, I want the same thing. Give me a nice recap. I know it's going to be hard. What have you seen thus far over these 4 weeks, Sean? What are you seeing? What are you seeing that's a glimmer of hope, and what are you seeing that's just straight trash and they got to take it out to the curb?
This is a mixed bag, but it can't start with anything other than I'm seeing tight ends run free down the field like Free Willy escaping prison, man. I mean, tight ends just killing us. In all 4 games, we're making no-namers look like all-stars. It is so hard to watch. The offense, yes, there's some bad, there's some good. You got a rookie quarterback, he's learning a lot. I'm not holding that offense to too much, but I was expecting that defense to do a little bit more, even without P2. So, yeah, it's hard. It's definitely hard, but, there's a lot of fans that had a lot more expectations than I did. I remember when I was on last time, JB had to talk me into thinking we could go where we were gonna go, I gotta walk back. I gotta walk back all that Lions trash talk because we both found out that there was nothing to be had there on that Sunday. So, you know, it's rough, man. It's rough going for Cardinals fans, especially losing to the Seahawks in that division. Still looks really tough and formidable for a while now. So, yeah, it's tough, but I think being at the forefront of this rebuild will eventually age out these other teams in our division, and that will help. But you gotta stop a tight end, man. There's got to be something you can do.
JB, what do you see? I know it's hard, man. I can see it in your face.
Well, listen. If it's any inclination how bad this shit is, we cut DJ Swearinger, all right?
That was my next topic. We'll get to that.
Bye, DJ Swearinger. Now, DJ Swearinger has not been known as the best cover guy. All right, he's always been known as a thumper, kind of a run stopper, aggressive. He's a leader, you know what I'm saying? Like, voices his opinion. But Sean is right, man. And here's my thing, and I think I mentioned to you one time in just casual conversation, Benny, is that Vance Joseph right now is making me scratch my fucking head. And one of my partners brought up a great point to me that I didn't know about Vance Joseph. He has been deemed a defense killer before he got here. If we think about the defenses that he was ahead of, you know what I'm saying? He went out to Denver, did the head coaching stint for 1 year, murdered their defense. They weren't good at all. Wherever he was at before that, Sean, you probably could help me out with that. But Vance, he has that title. It's kind of a whisper behind his back, but he's known as a defense killer. All right. So just little things that I saw in like last game, more so going back to who did we lose to last week? We lost to.
It's so hard to forget to remember. It's the Seahawks, right?
Yeah. So
yes,
the Seahawks,
that's right.
Okay,
Seahawks,
so we lost to the Seahawks last week. Okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Their tight end. We birthed him. Disley or whatever his name is, Disley. We birthed that young man, gave him a great introduction to the NFL. So much so that I took him on fantasy in Kevin's league. I said, let me get this guy. He's kicking ass. So
right.
But the game before that, well, we were supposed to beat the Panthers. I'm going to say it. I feel like we were supposed to beat the Panthers. Vance Joseph, his defense was going against a rookie quarterback. Now, I'm not going to knock the kid. He has a strong arm. He's from the greater Phoenix area, you know what I'm saying? So this is a quarterback fucking haven out here. You know, we produce quarterbacks. It's what we do out here in the desert. And so the kid can throw the ball down the football field. Never been a problem, right? Never been a question of what this kid can do. He went to, he ended up going to Oklahoma State. Is that where he ended up going? He transferred from A&M. Because him and Kyler Murray were at the same time. Wherever this kid went and played ball at, he's accustomed to throwing the football down the football field.
Right.
Vance Joseph was blitzing this man from his left side. Now, dummy, people out there, football 101, this is going to be football for dummies. If you have a right-handed quarterback, you do not blitz him to his left side. Why? Because he will run right where he feels comfortable, where he has almost 3/4 vision in front of him to his play side shoulder and to the middle of his body, and this is all real deep football talk now, and he can see all of that field. Well, all the receivers got to do is get in his vision, he can throw the ball down the field, all right? We did it countless times. Now, most of the game, guess who plays defensive end that's coming right in his face? Don, can you help me with that?
I don't know if I can help you with that, man. I mean,
Yes, you can. I'll give you a hint. His brother is a UFC fighter.
Oh, you're talking about Chandler? So you're talking about Bones Jones?
Chandler fucking Jones is our big-time pass rushing defensive end. He dropped into zone coverage more than I've ever seen him drop in his entire career. He played for the Patriots now. You know what I'm saying? That is ludicrous to me. The first third down that we had against them, he comes around the corner, sack, fumble. Why are we dropping this fool in it? Look, this is what I'm seeing that's frustrating me. All right, I feel like our offense, if given a chance to have a little comfort, can be successful and learn how to grow and learn themselves. Now, offensively, the only thing I think we're not doing right, we're not using David Jones at all. All right, Johnson. We're not using David Johnson at all. All right, every once in a while, even though he's scoring touchdowns, he's kind of getting them on some whim type shit. Right? I'm gonna leave it there, man. I know you got some more questions to ask, so go ahead. I can do this all day.
No, look, that was very thorough, and JB, trying to be concerned at you being my brother about your emotional state. I'm very proud of you that you were so eloquent and composed. Not that you wouldn't be, but I know it's a hard time for you. So the fact that you were that detailed, the desert reviewers, they appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
The next state of the Birdgang might not be so composed.
Right. And we're gonna get into their schedule.
Right.
And JB,
keep going.
Right, and listen, JB, I appreciate it because you're the king of the setup, and you took me right there. Sean, I mean, look, it's things are troubling when a high draft pick. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen. If I believe he was a first rounder, they're cutting DJ Swearinger in the first quarter of the season. Like, Sean, what have you heard, and what have you seen to gather as why they did that now?
Honestly, it doesn't seem like there was anything behind the scenes. They're keeping that under wraps if there was. It sounded more along the lines of, Kime's seat is a little bit hotter now that the first quarter went the way it is. And it was a move of desperation for sure, but they're saying, okay, if this youth movement's really going to start, then let's start the Thompson twins in there. We call them the Thompson twins. They're not really twins, but we'll start the two rookies in there and see what happens and just try to mix it up. They said that those guys play a little bit more along the lines of the way Buddha does and can hopefully tackle some bigger bodies, but you can't really put your faith in a rookie to hit a tight end that just knows what to do to you. It's hard. And back to that Chandler point, I always like to say, if you ever see Chandler Jones in coverage, you're in trouble. It's not his strong suit. It's not what he's meant for. But, yeah, as far as Swearinger goes, it was a shock. But at the same time, watching that film and watching him get just run over, that was hard to see. Because it wasn't the DJ of Swearinger of 2015, and that's for sure. So I get it. I get why they're doing it. But, I mean, cutting veterans to play rookies isn't going to really help you in the win column.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean...
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, and you mentioned his name, and JB, I'm not sure. We've talked a little bit on the podcast, off the podcast, in terms of some of your relationships with some of the front office folks down from ownership on down. Now with where we're at, and Sean, I believe you and Javon went in on this a little bit on the Neutral Zone, which again, check that out, casualsports.com. I think you guys spent a significant amount of time kind of just, laying out where this guy, Steve Keim, is at. But I know JB and I haven't really talked about it recently. I mean, JB, look, as Sean kind of said at the top here in terms of where they seem to be kind of moving, getting more playing time for their rookies and, understanding where they're at in terms of building a culture and building an identity, because that's still clearly in question. I mean, is there enough evidence now to say, you know what, Steve, I mean... This may not be the gig for you there, buddy. I mean, what do you think in terms of where he stands currently?
Well,
for me, for JB, sorry, who's going for JB? My bad.
Yep.
So the thing is that it's a touchy situation, right?
Oh yeah.
It's a brand new coach. It's a rookie quarterback, right? It's a lot of rookies, right? Yep. So I don't really think Steve Keim's job is in danger at all, right? I think that not this year. I think this year is the year that they're like, you know what? We're going to continue to put pieces together, and we're going to see how good we can be this year. Next year is the year that we're thinking that we're going to be able to compete big time. So I don't think Keim's job is in danger at all. As far as Swearinger, I haven't heard anything behind the scenes, and I'm still connected. I haven't heard anything. I really honestly just think that he's an older player, and like Sean said, he hasn't looked himself since he's been back. Hell, he didn't look himself last year when he was with the Redskins. So to bring him back was questionable, but there aren't many big-time good safeties that are out there veteran-wise. So, I mean, at this point, you just go with what you got. Now, again, going back to Vance Joseph, you can always protect your defensive backfield. Always, right? Because Pat P's not there. And then Alfred's out, you know what I'm saying? He had broke his foot or something, or some shit like hand or something. But he's out for the next couple weeks, and he'll be back, you know what I'm saying, in a couple weeks. And Pat will be back. Shit, what is this? What are we right now? 0-3-1 or some shit. So Pat will be back in a couple games, right? Well, when Pat comes back, he shuts down a whole quarter of a field, right? So that's going to change the way that any offense comes in and tries to attack us. I don't think Keim's job is in danger. right? Because honestly, I don't think Keim has made bad moves. I mean, look at our offensive line, right? He brought in linemen that are veteran proven, maybe a little older, right? But that's just for leadership purposes, right? Our offense has to find itself, period. Like, we don't know exactly who we are. And I know Cliff came in with the whole air raid, but Cliff is learning that air raid ain't it. So, but the thing that he is a very intuitive and dynamic play caller, right? And and play creative. If you watch some of the things, and Sean can attest some of the things that he does, you're like, God damn, that's nice, right? That's pretty sweet what he just ran at the end of the Detroit game, didn't he? You know what I'm saying? Once Keim figured out, I mean not Keim, but once Cliff figured out, he was like, you know what? I need to start calling some different plays. We started going up and down the field like y'all wasn't even there. So he has it in him to be that, right? It's about finding identity. And for Keim and for Bidwell, they have to find the right pieces. And so Keim's job is not in danger at all. Can't be. What you gonna do? Bring somebody new in that don't know the damn team? You know what I'm saying? And like try to, that's like rebuilding again. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a new GM comes in and he's gonna want his guys to be there. So Keim's job is fine, but it ain't got nothing to do with Keim right now. It don't. It has everything to do with the team and them trying to figure out the best way to be successful on Sunday or Thursday or Monday or whatever day we're playing, game plan wise, and versus the offensive defense that we're playing against. And it's about finding themselves. It's about finding identity. And I think right now, Vance Joseph has the hardest job because it's like, why do you know your weakness at this point, right? It's our defensive backfield. Period. That's just what it is. Our defensive backfield is our weakness right now. So you have to protect them. How do you protect them? By playing more zone, by blitzing more. Right? One thing I hated, and I'm gonna let you get to the next question after this. We didn't rush Allen. We didn't blitz him up the middle. Maybe once we played against Carolina. Once. All right. Seattle whooped our ass. I'm just gonna be completely real. All right. We just saw what they did against LA. You know what I'm saying? Like they're a good football team. They're gonna run the ball. Their defense is swarming. We just weren't ready to play with them. We just weren't. So they whooped our ass. So yeah, there it is.
Yeah, and I mean, look, I think in the grand scheme of things, I can understand your point because ultimately, you have brought in some new things, and it may not be wise to do a complete rebuild in terms of having that person who's going to call the shots on personnel, because you are talking about rookie coach, rookie quarterback combinations in back-to-back years, and then a supposed investment on the offensive line that really isn't panning out just yet. You are missing some key playmakers. There are some injuries, so yeah, maybe the best thing is to kind of just let it build and understand it is going to be a rough season because there's so much newness to it. But obviously, sometimes I think you're right. Sometimes organizations, hell, I know from being a Kitties fan, they've made this mistake. Sometimes you just have to be able to stand pat and let things build. And some outsiders think that's complacency, but maybe that's just what you need to do to really get over the hump. So I think it is fair to kind of let it play out for the rest of the season and kind of see what's what.
To your point right there, everybody wants instant gratification. Everybody wants, like, I want it now. I want to win now. Oh, we got Kyler Murray, we're going to win now. No, we're not. All right? This is a football team which consists of 11 men on the field at all times, and there has to be some kind of cohesion. It has to be. Period. Yep. It has to be an identity. You have to know what you do and do well, and you have to continue to do it to be successful. Period.
Exactly. Well, hey, before we let Sean get out of here, speaking of starting to stack up wins, Sean, we want to have you, of course, on every quarter of the season, so the next would be after Week 8. But I got to tell you, when you take a look at some of these games, I mean, they were in it. They were obviously in it with Detroit. They were in it at Baltimore. Definitely could have, they had some moments there against Carolina. Obviously, Seattle's always tough. But moving into the second quarter of the season, at Cincinnati, hosting the Dirty Birds in Atlanta, at the G-Men, and then at New Orleans. But is Drew Brees going to be back in the lineup? I mean, who knows? So of those 4 games, give me a sense of where you think they could go. Can they get a split on them? Is that possible? Do you think?
Man, a split would be awesome. But right now, with this team the way it is and the way that the culture is kind of shocked right now with how it's turning out, this Cincy game is a must win.
They have to beat Cincinnati. They have
to beat Cincinnati when you don't have
AJ Green's out, Ross is out.
AJ Green. I mean, come on, and they're a passing team.
Yep.
You have to get this win. I don't care how it looks. I don't care what it takes. You got to get that win. The other chance that I would say you would have, I wouldn't say New Orleans. They're still complete even without Breeze. I think they look like a complete team to me.
I agree.
What was the other one? The other two was
Atlanta hosting Atlanta at
Atlanta in New York.
Yeah.
If there's no Barkley for New York, I still say you have a shot.
Yep.
Because they're kind of hitting that reset button. And you're not exactly sure what you're going to get if you can game plan them just right.
Yep.
I would say if you get a split, it's coming between Cincy and the Giants.
Honestly, I think they could be. I think the Cardinals could beat Atlanta. I don't trust Atlanta at all, week to week.
I don't trust them at all. But
hosting Atlanta,
you know how I feel about Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So I really honestly believe that out of these next 4 games, that we can be 3-1. All right, we find the groove. We can be 3-1 because the Saints is the only one that scared me down there in New Orleans. I don't care if Breeze is back or not. I know too well how that feels and what that's like. And their defense is playing fucking phenomenal right now. So I'm just going to be completely real about it. The Giants don't scare me at all. Atlanta, we're going to be at home. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we'll be okay. And the Bengals, I just feel like I really feel like we finna have an explosion this Sunday against the Bengals. We're going to have an offensive explosion. It's going to be what the fans want to see. So I believe that 3-1 is coming.
Real quick, JB,
right,
is Pat P back for the Atlanta game?
Pat P is back for the New York game.
Okay, so still another week after that. Got it. Because it was
a
6 week suspension?
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Got it.
6 week suspension.
Okay.
So he'll be back for the New York game, which is going to be perfect because I feel like he's going to give old DJ a proper introduction to the NFL. Welcome to the NFL, son. My name is Patrick Peterson. You know what I'm saying? Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Pat. All right.
Nice. There it is. Well, Sean, look, we know that you got rides to ride and, you know what I'm saying, elephant ears to eat and whatever else you're doing out there in sunny San Diego. But before we let you go, obviously, as you know, being a producer over there at KSRN Arizona, being kind enough to make sure we are up and available every week on casualsports.com. Really quickly, let the people know what they can expect from your show, The Neutral Zone, and where people can find Casual Sports and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I'll start out with the main one. That's Casual Sports. You can find that on all platforms, /casual, KAZUAL, sports with a Z at the end. The Neutral Zone show is the Facebook-only, Facebook Live 4-panel show where we pick all the games throughout the week. We argue, we got a trophy, all the works. Mm-hmm. That is going to be /Neutral Zone show. And you'll catch that on every Thursday around 8 p.m. Both shows, 8 p.m., so Mondays and Thursdays. And yeah, man, we just talk and say it like it is, and feelings, no feelings. We go at it, man.
Nice. All right. Well, yeah, make sure to check that out. Again, find Casual Sports. Check them out, especially for folks in the greater desert area. We know you will enjoy that. And yes, you can always make sure you check out the review, which is always constantly live streaming on their platform, casualsports.com. Sean, we appreciate you. Go be with your family. We will have you on in the next 4 weeks.
Enjoy, have fun, brother.
Yeah, man.
Always. Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir. When we come back, reviewers, we will see where we stand in these goddamn Savage picks after 4 weeks of foosball. Does the Great Houdini have the lead? Or has the Bizzleman taken the lead? Who knows? You have to stick around to find out. When we come back, this is the JB and Benny Blue Review podcast, and we'll be right back, bitches.
Yeah, bitches.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pow pow, a pow pow, a pow 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 pow, a pow pow pow. We are back, huh? Yeah. The review.
That part.
For listening, a pleasure.
That part.
Thank you so much for joining us.
We appreciate y'all, man. Like I know,
what I'm saying, circling my heart.
Before I didn't get a chance to talk about it last segment. Rest in peace to Big Daddy Big Well. I call him OG Big Well. He was a great dude. I think I posted on Twitter about how he used to, like, as in his older years, man, and this was even, in 04, you know what I'm saying? So this is 15 years ago. But he was, he would slide through the locker room, and this is when he was still very involved with football operations. And, like, he would always stop and talk to us, and I got to show him love because, you know what I'm saying, he brought me in. You know what I'm saying? Him and Denny, you know what I'm saying? Steve Keim, who was the East Coast, whatever you call it at the time, for scouting department. He was the East Coast rep. And so Steve Keim brought me in when I was a rookie in Philly, and I got the cut from Philly. Steve had his eyes on me even over there. And so between the late great Denny Green and the late great Bill Bidwell, they brought me in and gave me the opportunity to play this game, to start playing this game and introduce the NFL to the man that is Jeremy Bridges. And shout out to him, man, 88 years old. He lived a long, full life, did a lot of great things for people. People don't understand how the Bidwells get a bad rap at times because of how cheap they are when it comes to the Cardinals. And I'll just say it because it's not a knock on them. It's just the truth. It's just what they've been, you know what I'm saying, over the years. But what they haven't been cheap in is the community and helping those that have played for the Cardinals that people don't hear about. You know, you hear stories about things they've done for players that were here and that were here years and years ago. And it's just like things they do in the community that you don't hear about, and that's the Bidwell family. Good people, good hearts. Mike's my guy, the owner of the team now. He's my dude. He's doing a great job, just to be completely honest, of catering to the players and the youth that is the players at this point. So rest in peace, OG Bidwell. You know what I'm saying? You're 88 years old, you're still a handsome old booger, man. You know what I'm saying? I always had his little bow ties on. He just looked good, man. You know what I'm saying? He always looked good. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know what I'm saying, his health was failing him at the time, you know what I'm saying? He always looked good. So shout out, rest in peace to OG Bidwell. We're going to miss you, man. And the Cardinals family, you know what I'm saying? We took a loss, but we're going to rock for you all day, Birdgang. Shout out, all that.
Yeah, man. I mean, condolences to the whole Bidwell family. And I mean, that's dope that in life, you want to look out for people that looked out for you. You know?
And what I didn't say was, like, he was very instrumental. He's been very instrumental in this NFL, period. Like, the NFL celebrated its 100th year. Cardinals on their 120th year. So from St. Louis to here, they're one of the oldest franchises in the NFL. So
Chicago before that.
Yeah, Chicago. Yep. Yeah, before that. So Chicago to St. Louis to here, he's been so influential in the NFL and things that have gone on in the growth of this league. And so, hey, man, again, wonderful man. You know what I'm saying? Wonderful family, wonderful man.
Yep. Yeah, man. And again, if you missed it, which we know you didn't, but if you were trying to dig around in your center console by chance, looking for some gum.
By chance.
Your baby mama called you to listen to her bullshit for 20 minutes. Then you missed a quality segment. You know what I'm saying? So run that back. Stay the Birdgang with our guy Sean from Casual Sports, talking all things Cardinals, good, bad, and ugly sometimes. But damn it, there's only one way to go but up, baby.
That word,
you know
baby,
what I'm saying?
ugly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. God damn it.
Yeah.
Speaking of ugly, where do we stand after 4 weeks of football in the Savage Picks? Only one way to find out, and with a drum roll, please.
That's right. What's poppin'?
Great Blue Dini is at 36, 26-1, and JB is at 32, 30-1. We both got winning ways, but if your boy slips a little bit, it could tighten the race there for the crown of Savage Picks for 2019.
For the you know what I'm saying, for it being the first quarter of the season, I don't feel too bad because I really just, I went on a limb on some of my picks. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Feeling things. I'm like, you know what? So we'll tighten up.
We're still learning about these teams.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I'm finna say as the season goes along, you learn a whole lot more about these teams. So yeah.
Yep. So let's
shoot it
see
to
how
them. Shoot it to them.
Right. Let's do it. So look, we both picked the Packers to win at home Thursday Night Football last week. Eagles came in there, got one done. Who else are we looking at? We both picked the Falcons correctly. Of course, the Pats dude got it done in a much more defensive game. Tom Brady was not looking his best in that game. JB picked the Chiefs, and rightly so, but the Kitties showed that they are going to show up for these big games, losing a close one, 33-30. Had some key mistakes, but they were right there with them, and they definitely weren't afraid. Man, Raiders are starting to click a little bit on offense. They gave it to the Colts. Of course, the Chargers got it done against the tanking Dunk Tank Dolphins. Of course, picked the G-Men to get it done. Now they got Danny Dimes in there, still without Saquon. That was my Pacific Home Buyers Bet the House pick of the week. We both thought, we both thought the Ravens were going to get it done at home. We were wrong. The Browns went in there and got a big W. Same thing with the Panthers. They went to the Texans, baby, and didn't get it done. I mean, listen, this is the one I really want to ask you about.
Uh-oh.
What did you see from your guy, I'll tow your ass, BA, that he got out of the Buccaneers offense to come in there and punch the Rams in the mouth? What happened?
Well, see, here's the thing, and let's be completely honest with you, with the reviewers. It wasn't just the offense, right? Todd Bowles, shout out to him, because he came in there and put together a crazy defensive game plan. I told you he would. Because I see some flaws in the Rams offense, period. I get frustrated when I watch the Rams offense because people will say, let me start by saying this, right? I respect the Rams offense because McVay does what he does and they do it well. They don't go very far from the things they do. Might see a little wrinkle here and there, right? But Todd figured it out, right? He was like, oh, they run bunch. Cup's going to go across the middle. They're going to run sweep. They're going to run a play action where everybody goes to flood. Next thing you know, Cup's going to go across the middle. He's going to try to ad-lib and find something. No. Boy, Todd was like, nah, none of that. We're going to bring that fucking heat. Defensive touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? All these things have happened. But here's something I want to tell you reviewers out there about the Rams. Their cornerbacks, though highly touted, are both very suspect. I don't give a fuck. Nobody say it. They're very suspect. Very suspect in the fucking pass game. They're physical. They're veterans. So they're going to make some plays. They're going to do some great things. Peters ran one back and got his damn head knocked off. It was awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're going to do great things, but they're very, very suspect. So shout out to Todd. Shout out to BA. Shout out to the Buccaneers, man. Driving that pirate ship in there and letting them cannons off, you know what I'm saying? Taking over the port of LA.
Right.
Handling their business.
Right. They came to play. In quick correction, of course, the Titans beat the Falcons because we've already been on record saying that the Falcons are arguably the jankiest team in the NFL. So of course they fucked it off.
I don't understand them to save my life. I really don't. Man.
I know. Don't bet on them. Don't bet on them, reviewers. Please don't. I'm 6 for 6 this year on my bets. I will never put any money on the Falcons. Now, no money line, no spread, no over under. I don't trust them for shit. Let's get that on wax now.
They could be playing motherfucking EMCC in Mississippi, and I'm still gonna go
shot the whole buddy
with the Lions of East Mississippi Community College. Fuck that. With
fucking Ronald Ollie re-enrolled at fucking EMCC and shit, and like they still fucking off.
Exactly.
Wow. Yep. Now look, JB put his patented Pacific Home Buyers bet the house bet of the week on his Birdgang to get it done against the Seahawks. Seahawks are starting to hit a stride, man. They really are. They're really starting to hit a stride.
They're going back to the
They're
Seahawks
a lot better than people thought they were.
They're going back to the Seahawks of old. If you guys watched the game Thursday night against them and the LA Rams, the Seahawks just did things better than the Rams. Let's just be completely honest. And their MO, always been their MO. And the year last time they went to Super Bowl, is that they're going to grind it out. And they're back to playing that type of football, which makes them extremely dangerous. So shout out to them, man. And, even though they're division rivals, anytime the Seahawks are playing, I want to watch them play because it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, you're damn right. The Bears host the Vikings. They got it done against Kirk Cousins, who is... We'll get to that. And the Jags went into the Broncos. So somebody doesn't like that. He's about to get mashed out in his locker room. The Jags go and beat the winless Broncos. We both accurately picked the Saints to get it done. That was a close one, 12-10. They were really shutting down what Dak was or was not able to do in this case. And the Steelers beat the Bungles on Monday Night Football. But who gives a damn, really? But I'll tell you what we do give a damn about. Oh, it's that time. We're in the second quarter of football. And there's nothing left to do but get into it. Motherfucking Week 5 Savage picks. Cue the music. Bow, 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 bow. Shotgun. Pow, pow. Rocket launcher. Pow, 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 pow. Pow, pow, pow. Pow. Grenades, the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like Call of Duty in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Shoot them off in the air. Let them know what time it is. God damn it. First and foremost, JB alluded to it. It was a good one, and we both picked it accurately. We had the Seahawks, the Squawks, if you will. There it is. The Squawks beating the Rams at home. And I got to tell you, one thing I noticed, I'm sure you noticed this, you actually talked about this in our last segment in the State of the Birdgang in terms of the idea of getting, when you really want to rattle a quarterback, especially one that's not mobile, get some pressure up the middle. However, one of the best things, and Russell Wilson is probably the best in the league at doing this, Aaron Donald coming up the middle does not mean shit to Russell Wilson. He is going to roll out and extend the pocket.
It don't spook him one bit. So Aaron Donald, first of all, look, Aaron Donald's a force, but I think that a lot of people let him be a force. All right, if I was the offensive line coach against Aaron Donald, is he gonna make plays? Yes, because he's a phenomenal football player. But we would fuck him like a bitch at a cut party. Like he wouldn't want to play football.
Oh my God!
He wouldn't want to play football no more in that game after the third quarter. I promise you, we would beat his ass like a badass little kid. And that's the thing, like they make him look so spectacular because they don't do the little things to him. Like I'm not gonna get into it, but just one thing in particular, and this offensive line talk. A backside slip when it's his own away, you got a guard and a tackle double teaming him. And for the people that watch it, to see my fist, I'm the guard, my left fist. I'm the tackle, my right fist. If the guard vacates, he makes the play every time. But if the guard sticks around, he's missing. Where's Aaron Donald? He only weighs 280 fucking pounds. He stuck his little motherfucking ass. So when the little things are done, of course he's gonna make those plays. He's fast as shit. Right? He's a defensive end playing 3 safety. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
basically,
shout out to the man for doing what he do and using his size and his strength to his advantage. But shame on you offensive line coaches and offensive linemen in the league for making them look so good.
Yeah, and it's funny, he actually did a really good interview you should check out with Chris Long, and he talks about in depth his technique, and it's like he even says it's like if they disengage, you're just giving me more to use in my arsenal.
Thank
you know what I mean? Right. It's like he is really a DN playing D tackle because he's that athletic.
And offensive line play wise, if you try to attack him pass protection wise, short set, he's gonna beat you every time.
Right.
His favorite move: short foot, big foot, short step, big step, pull. That's it. Yep. That's it. And if you attack him, his arms are long. He's built like a gorilla. Let's be real.
Yeah.
So he takes a small step, power step, big, huge second step, grabs, pulls, and you're beat because you try to take him off the line of scrimmage. But the guys that have had success against him have set back on him. They're patient. And now he don't know what the fuck to do. Can he bull rush you? Maybe not. I mean, shit. Guards in the league weigh 340 pounds. Like, everybody ain't gonna be on their toes and in bad position. So give him a little space. Offensive lineman in the NFL. This is Coach JB talking. Give him a little space and trust your fucking hands. All right? I'm from the man himself. Fuck that little
exactly. Dude. Hands and feet. You know what I'm saying? If you lose those, you lose the battle. Shit. Right. That's what it comes down to. Well, speaking of not losing the battle, we're gonna get into it right now. Week 5, starting right off the bat.
Let's start this thing off right.
Exactly. Listen, it is the Cards at the Bungles, and the line is 3 for the Bungles at home. Now, real quick, I have it this week because we're 4 weeks into it. I got some fucking injury reports that we're gonna go over each week. So look, right now for the you got Zach Allen out, you got Dennis Gardeck out, linebacker. Kirk is out with an ankle injury, and Jordan Mills, offensive lineman, out with a knee injury. And then Suggs is questionable. But the big ones for the Bungles, you got AJ Green is out, Ross has been out. They got some issues on both sides of the line. But ultimately, JB, like you said in our last segment, they're a passing team. So look, Vegas has a line for the Bungles. I really think the Cardinals are going to win this game. Why do you think they're going to win?
I'm rolling with the Cardinals because the only reason why they're saying that is because both of these teams are quote unquote defeated, and the Bengals are at home. If we'd have been at home, they'd have gave us 3-point line. So
right.
Why are we going to win? Chandler Jones is going to abuse Andre Smith. Period. Andy Dalton got sacked against the Steelers 8 times. I'm thinking about 4 for us. A turnover on defense. I really think that this is going to be that week that everybody's been waiting on for the Cardinals, that offensive explosion. Here it comes. All right, here it comes. Their defense, sketchy. All right, sketchy. All right, they like to play a bunch of man in awkward situations where number 11 is going to be man up with some person, and we know what he does against man. David Johnson is going to get used a little more this week. right?
Right.
Whether it be out of the backfield, running it, passing it, don't matter. We're going to use 31 a lot more this week, all right? We're going to get a very, very, very solidifying win this week. It's going to be a big one.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I think that I think we're kind of getting to the point in the season where the Bengals are just in a different place because they're not committing to a true rebuild. They're very banged up in terms of playmakers, and I mean, you know, it's really no telling what you're going to get from their pass offense and just what kind of effort you're going to get at this point. I think the Cardinals are going to be able to do more, like you said, get some big stops and ultimately get their first win of the season. So I'm right there with you on it. AFC matchup, you got the Bills trying to tighten up against the Titans. Bills at Titans. The line is 3 for the Titans at home. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on with Allen? You said you got some injury reports. What's going on with Allen? Is he playing? He's in a concussion protocol?
So Josh Allen is looks like he is going to be in, but he is going through concussion protocol. So who the fuck knows? It may be more of a game time thing. From what I'm seeing right now, it looks like he's going to play. Not really a couple questionable cats for the Titans, but other than that's really the big one, like you mentioned, with Josh Allen. So it looks like it, but concussion protocol.
Is Delaney Walker playing?
Delaney Walker, as far as I know, is playing. He is not listed on the injury report, and I will double back on that yet again. So what are we looking at here?
Here we go.
Yeah.
So here we go. AccuWeather forecast is showing rain. All right, there must be a storm going on, you know what I'm saying, a storm cell going on towards the greater northeast and the Midwest and the Northeast because it's supposed to rain in Cincinnati for our game. Well, I'm looking at lightning in Tennessee. All right, I'm looking at thunderstorm. I'm looking at the Titans getting a win because there's an uncertainty at quarterback. I know Samantha Thompson is going to be very ecstatic to hear this. Born and bred Tennessee girl, tighten up, baby girl. I know you're loving that. So I'm going to tighten up this week. The Titans going to get a win. I think the run game is going to get really pumping for them. Bills Mafia is going to be disappointed this week. I honestly think that if Peterman has to come in the game, like, come on, man. Like, Allen is their only hope. The Titans play well at home. And I'm going to leave it at that. So tighten up, Titans get the win this weekend.
Yeah. You know, I think that it's just you know, we're 4 weeks into football, and I think with the Bills, you understand how well they can play on the defensive end. I mean, you just do. But it's like you're still getting a lot of inconsistency from Josh Allen, and I mean just from that offense in general. So I ultimately think it's going to be there are going to be some mistakes that lead to a Titans win, and I'm saying it as well. I think the Titans ultimately get that W at home. All right, moving on. Oh my God, JB, we're taking it to foggy London town. It's the Bears at the 2-2. Raiders. Oh, the foggy London town Raiders. Bears at Raiders, and the line is 5.5 for the Raiders, who are both on the road in London.
For the Raiders? Wow.
No, 5.5 for the Bears.
Oh, okay. You said the Raiders. Okay, so look. So I was about to say that don't even sound right.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the problem. All right.
Yep. And Trubisky's out. It's gonna be Chase. It's gonna be your guy, Chase Daniel.
I was about to say, here's the problem.
Taylor Gabriel out. Yep.
They have a better quarterback under center right now than Chase Daniel. He knows the offense better. He runs it more efficient. Yeah. You guessed it. I'm going Bears. I don't think it's going to be by 5 points. I honestly think the Bears are going to win by a field goal. I'm going to call the score for this. I'm going to say 21-24. I think the Bears are going to win by a field goal because, like you said earlier, the Raiders are kind of hitting a little stride. And they're kind of feeling themselves, and they're trying to figure out what they can and can't do. But there are a lot of holes in that Raiders defense. One being Vontaze Burfict, who is their captain and starting middle linebacker, is not there anymore. All right, so Bears, all right, bear down, get the win.
All right, four words for this one to let you know where I'm picking. Khalil Mack get back game. Khalil Mack is gonna take pleasure in getting back at the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? It rolls off the tongue. Khalil Mack get back. You know what I'm saying? I feel the Bears are gonna get it done.
One thing I'm gonna tell you about this Khalil Mack shit. You really think Khalil Mack's a hell of a ball player? Do you really think John Gruden is going to let Khalil Mack get off. It's not going to happen. They're going to beat his motherfucking ass. They're going to beat this motherfucking ass. They're going to beat, if they don't do nothing, they're going to beat this motherfucking ass all game. They don't want to hear his fucking name. I promise you. I know how John Gruden is. He don't want to hear Khalil Mack's motherfucking name because he traded that man. So Chucky over there like, hey, you know what? I can hear him in the meeting. Fuck Khalil Mack. I don't want to hear his fucking name.
That's a decent impression.
He probably bust up in the fucking O-line meeting room with the backs behind him. Like, see these motherfuckers right here? We're gonna chip him. We're gonna do everything. They gonna whoop Khalil Mack's ass. Like he finna
maybe he'll want to.
He finna.
Maybe he'll want to.
They gonna have to because if they don't, I mean, he gonna get off. But they gonna beat Khalil Mack's ass. All right. Khalil Mack gonna be the man that he gonna be, but I mean, it's kind of hard to rush a quarterback when you got a fucking 230-pound back coming for your hip, or you know what I'm saying, you got a receiver that's supposed to be running a fucking a crossing route that's tapping you on your butt on the way out. You're like, oh shit, what the fuck just happened? Next thing you know, you on your back and it's a 330-pound man laying on you. Like these are little innuendos that people don't know and see in football. But they're not gonna let Khalil Mack beat them, bro. I'm telling you, they just not. They just not.
I still think he's gonna make plays. He's gonna struggle, but he's gonna make plays.
The only see what's gonna happen is in the beginning, the first half, they're gonna try to play a regular. Second half, they're gonna go down there, go to that 3-man front, and Khalil's gonna be the bandit, and he's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna pick this dude to rush over. That's what's gonna happen because him playing one place, they're gonna beat the shit out of that fool.
Exactly. He's gonna be moving around.
That's what I would do. I'll fuck Khalil up. You gonna line up a defensive end? Oh yeah, we gonna beat your ass real good.
Well, either way it goes, we're picking the Bears to get it done in London. I think if this game were in American soil, I think the Raiders would actually win it. But I'm not trusting the Raiders to travel and beat the Bears defense. I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm picking the Bears as well. All right, that pirate ship that you're talking about is sailing smooth into the big gumbo boat, baby.
The port of New Orleans.
You know what I'm saying? NFC South matchup. It's the Bucks at the Saints, and the line is 3 for the Saints at home.
I've learned, Benny. I've learned all these years I've been playing football in the NFL and out of the NFL watching football. I do not bet against the Saints in that fucking dome. All right, now the Buccaneers they did their thing last week, right? Bruce, you know I love you. Todd, you my guy. You know what I'm saying? But the Saints defense is playing so fucking well right now. You add the Saints defense and that goddamn bourbon drunk ass crowd. And you got famous Jameis who don't mind giving it up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's like a fat white girl, low self-esteem in college. All right, he does not mind.
Yo, you're on one today.
He does not mind giving it up. All right, I'm rolling with the Saints, baby. That's right.
Yeah, man. Taking the Saints as well. I mean, they're really rallying around Teddy, and they're playing well on all 3 phases of the ball, really. And Buccaneers are gonna be somewhat dynamic on offense. They're not gonna have Rashad Perryman, it looks like. So that's a weapon that Jameis needs. I mean, because you really don't know what you're gonna get from them, especially on the defensive end from week to week. So yeah, I mean, I think it's just somewhere where, like you said, they can't overcome the beads and the motherfucking beignets and the goddamn bourbon and all the voodoo and Cajun shit and all that shit. Ain't happening.
The Pope. They can't overcome the Pope. The Pope is always in the crowd.
Right. Yes, he is.
Always.
Yeah. So I'm taking the Saints as well. Moving right along, it's the Vikings, the 0-2 on the road Vikings going against the G-men, and the line is 5.5 for the Vikings on the road. Giants do not have Saquon Barkley this week.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Vikings defense too good. Daniel Jones gonna get a rude awakening in the NFL. I think the kid's gonna be good. I think he's gonna be good. I think he's the future of their franchise. Does what he has to do with his legs when he has to. Plays smart football, throws the ball very well. I think it was a great pick for them. I don't give a damn when they picked him. I think it was a great pick. Eli, you're my dog. You know that. You know what I'm saying? You can down the way. But you had a good run, G. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you. Shout out to Eli for being a fucking grown man and saying, you know what, this is a business.
Right.
What they decided is what it is. I'm still getting paid. I'm still getting like 22 this year. Kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure the young boys succeed. All right. And when I leave this motherfucker, I'm gonna have a job in the front office up there somewhere doing something for the
right.
No so shit. I'm cooling. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooling. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Super Bowl rings. I done been MVP. I done did all that shit. All right. Let's let the young boy get that. The Vikings get the win. Kirk Cousins has been challenged indirectly by Mr. Thielen. Mr. Diggs is, we don't know what the fuck he got going on. They say he want to be traded. They say he requested a trade. He say he ain't request no trade. We've heard this. This sounds so familiar, right?
Right.
I know some.
I wonder what episode this could have been, reviewers. Run that back.
Yeah, some other cats doing this right now. I don't know what the fuck. But your boy Kirk Cousins, when tested, that's when you get the you like that Kirk Cousins, right? That was the reason that he was like that in Washington, because they were doubting him. So now we're doubting Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins is gonna come out and he's gonna have an offensive explosion. Thielen's gonna get money. Diggs gonna get money. Cook's gonna have about 110 on the ground. Vikings gonna get a convincing win versus the Giants.
Yeah, I agree. I'm taking the Vikings as well. I do think old Kirk will answer some of the Vikings horn.
You like
that?
I
don't think he's. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's going to be super dynamic. By the way, I retweeted, again, follow us at JB and Benny Blue on all social media, but especially Twitter. JB, I retweeted a video of Kirk Cousins and his wife doing a gender reveal thing.
Yeah.
And reviewers, if you haven't seen it, my man is throwing a 5-yard pass with a balloon to reveal that he's having a boy. He damn near misses the target.
I don't even think it was 3 years. I don't even think it was 3 yards, Benny. And look, I'm gonna defend Kirk Cousins on this one. Look, Benny don't have no kids, reviewers, all right? So he don't know the nervous that comes with.
You got to play under the nerves, man. $84 million. Shit.
Nah, damn that. I'll play in front of 75,000 people on Sunday. I'm having a kid. I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. So, I get it, Kurt. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
Either way, Kurt, you better hit your receivers, Thielen and Diggs. They're gonna have some words for you.
You better hit some things.
Yeah, man. Just too much for the G-man. If they had Saquon, might be a different thing. But we're both taking the Vikings. All right, it's the BUMS Bums. Oh, I'm sorry, the JETS Jets, the winless Jets going against the Fly Eagles. Fly. The 2-2 Eagles at home. The line is 4 for the Eagles at home. Sam Darnold's still out from kissing USC co-eds and still got mono and shit, so he is still out.
I think Sam Darnold's been to the Blue Oyster out there, you know what I'm saying, New York, you know what I'm saying? Remember for all you old heads that remember Police Academy, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Donald's been out in the Blue Oyster, you know what I'm saying, kissing men chicks. Yeah, Eagles. EAGLES Eagles. Shout out to the northeast corner of the fucking link and the livest in any stadium in the fucking league. Everything's quiet in the stadium, all of a sudden you hear, and it's them. Mm-hmm. They're lit. I promise you, whoever that dude is up there, he's probably been there since Rocky beat the first bum he fought in Rocky 1. All right, that's just rich.
Right, Spider Rico.
The
Eagles. Eagles get it done. I don't know where it stands on the points. I think Luke Falk is playing, who's the third stringer for the Jets. And yeah, I mean the Eagles are banged up. Darby's hurt. Maddox is hurt. You know, Deshaun's out. D-Jack is out.
The Eagles are always banged up. Like,
yeah, they're always fucked up.
But you know, life.
Yeah, but the Jets are more fucked up in general besides injury. So we're both taking the Eagles. All right, it's Quote the Raven Nevermore going against the Steelers. All right,
again,
the Steelers, Benny. You know.
Again, Benny. Here we go. All right, there is a storm cell from the Midwest to the Northeast right now. The rain is going on in Pittsburgh. All right, 73 degrees with rain is what AccuWeather's showing. It's indicative of a Ravens-Steelers game. It's going to be a nasty, gritty, stinking, funky, wet, fucking hard-hitting AFC battle, all right? In which I'm going to take the Steelers, all right? Because they're at home in Pittsburgh, and they got a little love, got a little groove, figured out some things to do. We see that Baltimore has some holes now, all right? They got some holes. And in that defense, all right, we see that Lamar Jackson can be faded. I ain't going to say rattled. I'm going to say faded, right? Certain things he don't like to see. He makes mistakes in certain times. The Steelers are going to play up that shit. A Mike Tomlin coach team will not fail for long. All right, shout out to the brother. All right, he's doing phenomenal things in that Steelers. He's just fell into the line. Great coaches for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers beat the Ravens, man. Let's get it.
Wow. Well, I'm taking the Ravens. If you're talking about a storm cell, then I'm taking the game to the ground. I'm expecting Ingram to get off. I'm expecting Lamar to make it tough for a Steelers defense that is just having trouble trying to carry the weight with Big Ben being out, missing some playmakers. I mean, they got Juju, but I don't know, man. It's going to be a real gut check for young Mason Rudolph to see if he can really rise to the occasion and position himself to be the next quarterback for the Steelers when they can, similar to Eli, as you mentioned, same draft class.
Yeah, because right now this is the time.
Move on.
Right? This is the time to do it, right?
Yep. So I'm gonna take the Ravens, but hey, man, you can never know
the Ravens,
especially this season. You know what I'm saying?
Quote the Ravens.
Speaking of a quarterback, oh wait, he's not gonna get a shot because they're the fucking Deadskins. It's the undefeated Pats dude going against the 0-4 Redskins, and the line is 16 for the Pats on the road.
I'm not.
Deadskins starting Colt McCoy, by the way.
I gotta pick this game. Like, seriously.
I really gotta pick this game.
Pacific home buyers bet the house on the Patriots. Fuck the Redskins, bro. Like, I don't even like the Redskins. Like, you would look Atlanta. I can say at times I'm like, you know what? I like to see the Falcons play. I don't even like the Redskins. I don't like shit about them. All right, I was out there for fucking 4 months. And I was miserable the whole time I was there. Great dudes that was there. Chris Samuels, my guy, my OG to this day. Brady Smoot from the crib. Love you, baby. Mm-hmm. Joe Bugle, still my guy. OG Joe Bugle. Even though we didn't get along when I was a player for him. Hey, the old man still my dude. But the Redskins organization, I don't even like them fools, bro. Like, that shit is just weird to me. Like, their whole aura, their existence is just weird to me. All right, so I'm not just talking shit. I told Russ Grimm this shit. And Russ Grimm is the original Hall. You know what I'm saying? I told Russ this shit. I said, I don't even fucking like it out there. You know what I mean? So he's like, he told me, hey, shit's fucking different. You know what I'm saying? So, hey. Pacific home buyers bet the fucking house.
Bet the house.
Patriots get the W, period.
Yeah,
Throwing up the W.
Yeah, I mean, there are a few teams that are battling for the worst team in the league, and I gotta say, I think it's gotta be the Redskins because they just have no identity. Yes, they have some injuries, but it's like they don't really know when and if they're gonna give Dwayne Haskins a chance. They're taking Case out, they're putting Colt McCoy in. Colt McCoy's a reliable backup, but I mean, at the end of the day, you're talking about maybe going into their bye week. That old Jay Gruden, who's been there for 6 seasons, if you can believe it, is finally going to get the axe because it's just kind of that time. They need to rebuild and truly commit to it. And the Pats, if you want to talk about a bounce back, like you were mentioning, with Mike Tomlin coach team, the kings of the teams that adjust and watch a lot of film, probably the most film, sponsored by Tennessee Honey, is the Pats. So the way the Pats struggled on offense last week, you're gonna bet your sweet ass that Tom Brady will be in my lineup because he's gonna lace that bitch.
You'll never see Tom Brady have 2 back-to-back games like that. Right?
Correct.
That's a testament to him. That's a testament to what's the office coordinator's name? The one that never was taking
Joshy McDaniels there.
Old McDaniels. That's a testament to him, and that's a testament to old Billy. You know what I'm saying? Old butt naked Bill Belichick. In the hot tub butt naked. You see that story?
My God!
Did you see
Bill
that?
Living his life.
Well, Bill's in the hot tub butt ass naked. Like, I mean, when you're the GOAT coach,
he went from the trash bag to butt naked in the hot tub. God bless you, Bill. You earned it. Hey, you earned it. Good for you, man.
Hey, thank you. Whatever.
Moving right along. It's the Jaguars at JB's former employer, the Black Cats, the Panthers, Cat Scratch Fever, both 2-2. The Panthers are 0-2 at home, and the line is 3 for the Panthers at home. Jalen Ramsey's still going to be out for the Jags. Cam Newton's still out. Eric Reed banged up. Gerald McCoy banged up. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. This is kind of tricky. This one's kind of tricky.
Battle of the rookie quarterbacks. All right.
Mystery mustache.
Allen versus Minshew. Minshew from the crib. I can't go against him. All right. Not cash scratch fever, but Jaguars, whatever the fuck they say. All right. So I'm going with Jaguars. Saxonville is back. The Panthers' offensive line is not that great. But one thing Jacksonville ain't going to do is drop their damn defensive ends into zone coverage. So they're going to bring them motherfuckers off the edge. He hitting Allen dead in his fucking mouth. All right. Jacksonville gets the W. Throwing up the W. Jacksonville.
Pow pow. Yeah, man. I'm taking the Jags as well. I mean, Panthers have their moments, and you know, I mean, again, they're home field doesn't really mean. And you've illustrated this on the podcast. I mean,
nothing in Carolina.
Yeah,
it means absolutely playoff time, maybe. Like the loudest I've ever heard us, you know what I'm saying? The loudest I've ever heard that stadium, and I'm pretty sure it might have been because the Super Bowl run. I'm pretty sure they were buck wild, but we were 13-3 at one point, and you know, I'm just saying.
Right.
The shit is just not. This is not all that.
Yeah. Well, I'm picking the Jags as well. Old mustache. Hey man,
I honestly think the Panther fans need to start drinking more vodka as opposed to like whiskey and bourbon because they don't know how to handle it. You know what I'm saying? They just don't know how they don't know how to handle the bourbon. The brown gonna bring you down. The white gonna keep you hype, baby. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Panther fans need to start drinking more goddamn vodka and tequila as opposed to that down south. You know what I'm saying? That Tennessee honey and that bourbon and that bourbon and that whiskey because they just so mild mannered. So laid back. Even when they get hyped, it's more like you know what I'm saying? It's just a calm roar. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're trying to get into the catch, you know what I'm saying, like food or something, as opposed to motherfucker like trying to take it out of his mouth. You feel me?
Right. Right. It's a good way to put it.
I don't know.
So they're enjoying themselves, but not too much, and they need to be enjoying themselves a little bit more to give their guys some power.
More rowdy.
Right.
Rowdy, rowdy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're to Percy Miller. I'm taking the Jags as well. More dynamic. I think they get a win. All right, it's the Dirty Birds, the jank as fuck Dirty Birds, going against the 2-2 Texans, and the line is 4 for the Texans at home.
Let me tell you one thing about the A's, Benny. They live to never coexist with the fake. All right. That shout out to my man Slim Thug. All right, that's the lyrics from Slim Thug's mouth, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you one thing about the A's. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, we live to never coexist. God damn it! And the Falcons are fake! H-Town gets the win. You know what I'm saying?
Fraud. They're fraud.
Out, H-Town gets the win. That's right. I'm throwing up the H, you know what I'm saying? I used to live there. I can do it because I used to hang with them, you know what I'm saying? I used to hang with them, you know what I'm saying? I was in the H. About 6 miles from Max's, you know what I'm saying? Y'all H-Town, y'all know what time it is, you know what I'm saying? Hey, 6 in Westheimer, I did that. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I lived there when it was Reliant Stadium, you know what I'm saying? So, not NRG, all right? Got more energy than Reliant. I can hold all these screw fucking bars all day.
First of all, that's a quality chopped and screw voice. Yeah, because you got. I mean, you can't help yourself when you're talking about H-Town shit. You know what I mean? You have to do a chop and screw.
Shout out to Slim Thug, man, future guest on our podcast.
Correct.
Slim's album, King of the North, is a phenomenal album. The chopped and screwed version. You gotta listen. Matter of fact, when I leave here, you know what I'm saying, when I got the podcast, I'm going to drink some beer and watch some football. This Ohio State and Michigan State game. I gotta go somewhere and watch it. And I'm bumping the King of the North the whole time.
Right.
Because the shit just goes. Shout out to Slim Thug, man. Make sure you tag Slim Thug when you post this shit, man. Get him on the show, man.
Absolutely. Rest in peace, Pimp C, P.A.T. Listening to a lot of Pimp C lately.
Fat Pat, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Big Hawk, Big Mo.
Yep.
All the H-Town legends. Shout out to motherfucking Watts. True story real quick, man. I met Michael 5,000 Watts at Onyx by the airport in 2007.
Wow.
Right? No, 2006. I was in Lake Charles. We was partying. And my homeboy lived in Lake Charles, who lived with me at the time in Carolina because I was playing for the Panthers. We had some parties in Lake Charles. slid through the H-Course connecting flight. We're not connecting, but we drove to Houston to fly out. Flight got canceled for some reason. We stayed the night there. Went to Onyx by the airport. Me and my boy trained, kicked it. From about 3 in the afternoon to about 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'll say to about 11. I ain't gonna incriminate myself, but
please don't.
Yeah, till about 11. From about 3 to 11, we was in the motherfucking Onyx spot. 5,000 came through. I had a long conversation with 5,000, man. I'm like fucking Forrest Gump in these streets on the real, bro. Like I done ran into some cats.
You really are.
I had some big time conversations, just like on some cool ass shit. I bought Watts a drink. You know what I'm saying? We shared some whiskey. Shot shit, man. Like he kind of told me how the whole screw thing came about and how he got on out there. It was fucking amazing, man. It was. Shout out to 5,000, man. I wonder if he even remember that shit, man, because it was so fucking random. In the middle of the day, it was like 5 o'clock in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, reviews. I keep y'all coming. I keep coming with the juicy.
Oh yeah, you already know. I mean, shit, you really are the reviews Forrest Gump. And shit, I trust me. I've had similar moments and similar conversations in this fucking city, the city of the angels, as you call them, the devils and angels. Two words on that one. Playboy Mansion. I had a few ridiculous conversations. Like, what the hell is going on? Another story for another day. But in the words of the great Slim Thug, as they call him, you know what I'm saying, the boss hog, king of the north. You know what I'm saying? The Texans are going to get it done. Falcons are not consistent enough at all. And I like Deshaun making some plays, man. There are some, some banged up folks, but taking the Texans as well. You know what I'm saying? All right, moving right along. It is a AFC West matchup. It is the winless. That's right. I said winless Broncos. Going against the LA, Bakersfield, Vegas, San Antonio, Torrance, North Hollywood Superchargers.
Encino, bitch.
Welcome to Encino, bitch.
Encino, bitch. Yeah.
The Encino Chargers are hosting the winless Broncos, and the line is 5.5 for the Chargers at home.
I agree. Dignity Health Sports Park. AKA the Spell Club Center. It's gonna be rocking. All 26,000 people.
Right.
But you know what? To their credit, that is a great atmosphere for football. Like it really is. And I've only been to I went to a college. I've been to state playoffs there, and I've been to a college all-star games there. That is it's just a great atmosphere for football. Because
everybody's so close to the damn field.
It's right there, and it's like, it's not like, so everybody thinks that people like breathing on your neck. They're not. They're far away from you. But as far as like the vision of the field, you can see everything from everywhere in that stadium. Wherever you are in that stadium is prime seating. So, I mean, for me, I'd be charging a shitload. That's just me. If I was, like over the shit, I'd be charging a shitload for tickets to go to that stadium because it's not a bad seat in the house. But all that being said, Chargers fans, they're thick now. All right, they're thick. And it's not a very long trip from San Diego to LA, Carson, wherever the fuck they are. Carson, right?
That's correct.
It's not a long trip at all, and they're always represented well. Always. Chargers get the win. The Broncos got some, I got to get my mental speak on. They got issues. Problems they need to iron out. You know what I'm saying? They will holler, but for now they on timeout. You know what I'm saying? The Chargers get the win, man.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's shit, and you wonder with the Broncos, it's like same kind of things you're seeing with whether it's the Giants or with the Redskins. It's like they drafted Drew Lock. Are they really going to keep, moving this whole Flacco check down, can't get the ball moving? Bradley Chubb is out for the year. Like, it's just, at that point, it's just like, yo, you guys got to commit to the future at this point. I understand that, like, you still have Vaughn, you still have some playmakers on the defense. You have something special, I think, in Phillip Lindsay, but at the end of the day, I think the Chargers are just going to be too dynamic, and I do think they get it done in Carson or Encino or in fucking Catalina Island, wherever the fuck they're at. I think that's where it's going to go down, and I think they're going to be able to put up a lot of points against the Broncos team that I don't know, man. It's just not the season for them. So we're both picking.
Hey, the chickens are not clucking in Denver. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
It's just.
Yeah, because they can't breathe in that fucking altitude. Shit.
Man,
man. So we're both picking the Chargers.
And the weed is so good.
Hey man, shout out to Denver. Great comedy town, by the way. All right, it's the Cheese Eaters. Head to the. Woo, wee. How about them Cowgirls? I mean them Cowboys. Them 3-1 Cowboys hosting the Cheese Eaters in the marquee afternoon game, and the line is 3.5 for the Cowboys.
Should be America's game of the fucking week. I understand why they did the scheduling like that, because Andrew Luck was supposed to be the starting quarterback of the coach, and everybody thought they was going to be whoop. They should change this shit, but they won't. Anyway, my America's game of the week is the Cowboys versus the Packers. Honestly, to be really real, it's hard for me to see the Cowboys losing twice. All right? It's hard. But you know there's a but come behind that, right? And Aaron Rodgers, who has not had the offensive fucking explosion that we know he's going to have, has not showed up. He's been more of a game manager than he has been super Aaron Rodgers lately. But guess what? He's gonna get the win. So boom, go, Pack, go. Cowboys got some issues. And again, that Packers defensive backfield shows up big, intercepts Dak late in the game to win. Oh, it's gonna be close now. That Packers defensive backfield shows up big to get the win.
Hard for the Packers to lose back-to-back. Here's why I think they are going to. Devontae Adams is out, Jamal Williams is out, and a corner, Tony Brown, is out. I don't know how they're going to do stopping the run. Cowboys, they are missing a couple key cats. They're gonna be without Tyron Smith.
I was about to say one big key cat is Mr. Smith on their left side.
Yep. Yeah. Lyle Collins is banged up, but he's listed as questionable as of now. Look, both of these teams are coming off L's. I do think
L City.
Yeah, I do think this game is going to be kind of brought more back to earth in a certain respect, and I think Cowboys at home, I'm going to take them to win. Is it a pick'em game? Yeah, could it go either way? Sure, but I think that the Cowboys will ultimately get it done. I think Dak is going to bounce back, and I do think old Rodgers, discount double check, is going to be missing his guy, Devontae Adams, his number one receiver. And they got to be able to get a running game going. I don't know if they can. So I'm taking the Cowboys at home. All right, it's the Colts at the Chiefs, and that is going to be the Sunday night game, which I'm pretty sure they scheduled this thinking Andrew Luck was going to play. But nonetheless, the Colts are not slouches, but the line is 11 for the Chiefs at home, coming off a nail-biter against my Kitties who are on the bye week.
Come on, man. They going to play in Kansas City. Like, and the fact that they had a nail-biter versus the Kitties, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think Andy ain't finna be in there mad science in this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, fat fingers, Mr. Burns and him and Mr. Bieniemy, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of... The dangerous part about the fucking Kansas City Chiefs is I don't think we've seen half of what they're capable of doing.
Right, they haven't had Tyreek Hill. Yep.
That's the fucked up part. Like, Tyreek Hill's been hurt like the last 3 weeks. So, the young, fast guys just don't know how to do it yet. But they do it. They got Kareem Hunt coming back, bro. No, not Hunt. No, that's not. I was about to say
the Browns. I was
about to say it's the Browns, and that's dangerous as fuck. When we got the Browns coming on Monday night, I was thinking about them. I saw that helmet, you know, on my computer. But the Chiefs, man, like the youngins, the young speedsters, it's like they just don't know how to do it like Tariq. You know what I'm saying? Tariq is so dangerous because he's smart and he knows exactly how to get where he needs to be. And of course, you know what I'm saying, the new discount double check, you know what I'm saying, he's
right.
This is who the fuck he is, you know. So he throws the ball goddamn behind his back if he wants to. Chiefs get the job done. I don't think it's gonna be 11 points. Well, it might be. Who the fuck knows? I'm not gonna even say what the fuck it's gonna be. Chiefs get the job done. Period.
Yeah, I'm picking the Chiefs as well, and I'm going to make this my Pacific Home Buyers Bet the House pick of the week. Yeah, they're going to make some adjustments. They're going to make it hard for Jacoby Brissett to make some plays on them. Marlon Mack is not out, but he is banged up. So is T.Y. Hilton. And while I do think they're going to come with it, Darius Leonard is out with a concussion. Paris Campbell is out. The Colts are kind of fucked up right now, low key. So I think that's going to play a part going in the old Chiefs kingdom. And yeah, I don't know about the line, but I do agree that I think the Chiefs will get it done. And finally, I'm looking forward to this shit. It is a
It's gonna be nice.
bow now, bow now.
It's gonna be nice.
It's the Browns. The two, you sound like a fucking ringtone. The Browns, the 2-2 Browns, who are 2-0 on the road, going against the undefeated Niners, and the line is 5 for the Niners in the Big Bell Bottom.
The Big Bell Bottom is gonna be rocking. You said the line is 5 or 9?
5.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've been saying this. I don't know what the fuck your computer's showing. 5 is the line for San Francisco. But the Browns gonna win. So here's the thing, all right? San Francisco is great, but they don't do anything definite very well, all right? The Browns are slowly learning who they are. They got talent, and it was only a matter of time before Freddie Kitchens, who is a player coach, who listens to his players, and they like, you know what? We like to do this, like to do this, like to do this. Who has met with his quarterback one-on-one last week. That's why they were so successful last week. And ask him, what do you like doing? Because he's the motherfucker got to throw the ball, right? He's the one that's got to see these defenses and change plays and make audibles and checks and all that. Freddie Kitchens taking over the head coaching role, embracing it, right? Going to his quarterback and saying, hey, you like this, you like this, you like this. All right, cool. This is the game plan. And then we already know what their defense is about. They're about big hits and talking shit, baby. So, Browns getting down, Monday Night Football, fucking Niners get their first loss.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the Browns are going to show up and show out. I think they've been gut checked at the right times this season. If it's going to happen, let it happen early. You know,
easy.
Figure out the tendencies. And one thing I did see, you kind of mentioned it with old Kirk. You like that Cousins. Baker was kind of called to the carpet a little bit in terms of him just constantly rolling out.
Yeah. Oh, you're a one redo? Yeah. Oh, you're a one redo? You're a one read. That's who you are. Baker's a one read guy. He's a one read guy. Well, he's
exactly. Not. He was getting buried for that shit.
That kid's a decent quarterback. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and again, I think as he gets older, he's going to be better and better.
Of course.
And a lot of the memes that I see, everybody's like, oh, Baker Mayfield's just a sober Johnny Manziel. No, he's not.
Nah.
Stronger arm, smarter.
Yep.
And he doesn't have a substance abuse problem. All right. Oh yeah.
And he's a leader. He's a leader.
He's a fucking leader by nature. You know what I'm saying? He don't mind taking criticism. He hears it. He applies it. And he goes out and he uses it as fossil fuel. You know what I'm saying? Let the man, like something. You have to. Everybody's different. Everybody gets inspired by different shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if it takes for him to hear somebody say that, motherfucker, you ain't shit. Well, I ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Pop.
Go and lace it.
Game. Yep. Yeah, 3 touchdown game for the W. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? That's what he needs.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I'm picking the Browns to be dynamic and get a W on the road. All right, that's it for Savage Picks Week 5. We'll see who is right, who is wrong, who is both right, who is both wrong. Bizzleman, any quick thoughts for the reviewers before we get on up out of here?
We are at 55 minutes on our segment. So we've been having a lot of fun in this episode. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
On the cool, man. We love y'all and holler at us on all social media platforms at JBNBblue. That's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Savage Hotline being
818-850-2804. New contest starting this week. Reviewers, I will put that out there on the social media. The winner is going to get a free motherfucking t-shirt. So stick around for that. You'll see it on all of our social media because we want to hear from you, especially now that we're a quarter of the way through the season. Where does your squad stand? What do you think is going to fucking happen in this goddamn wild ass NFL? You know what I'm saying? So 818-850-2804. jbandbennybluereview.com for all past episodes
right.
/ merch. We're on all streaming platforms, all that good stuff. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and subscribe to us on Facebook because we put up the full videos on there. And it's lovely, man. Reviewers, we love you. Enjoy your football. We will see you next week. You know what I'm saying? We are out. It's a JB and Benny Blue Review. And we'll see you next week. Yeah.